All right, good morning. Again, we are here at 6201 Southwest 8th Street, Plantation, Florida, 33317. Man, wow, something has really got me this morning. All right, we are at a line on the far right side of the house at the very edge of the roof. We are looking at the main. As you can see, that pipe right there is gray. Here we go. We are at 71.5 feet. And pulling back, the pipe transitions to white. I can also tell that the gray pipe was done after the white because we have a little bit of overcoat onto the white. I know there's at least 2 layers of epoxy on this pipe because I did see a couple spots that used to be holes, like right there. Used to be a little hole, and I know the guys come in and fill those first. And it's the way we all do it. So there's more than likely 3 coats of epoxy. This is a 3-inch line that we're looking at. And this line goes all the way across the house. We're picking up maybe a laundry there. There's a branch coming in right there. Looks like there was a little hole here that they filled. If that hole wasn't fully sealed, there would not be any water here. So they fully sealed that and then put multiple layers over the top to seal the rest of the pipe. We're going to come up to the kitchen in a moment, and the kitchen line is on here as well. Now this line's been being used for a while, so there is a little bit of debris in here. Let me see if I can rinse the camera head. There we go. But the pipe is, even if we went through and scrubbed this pipe, the pipe is going to be steamy if we do that, and it'll keep steaming up the camera lens. So realistically, it's best not to try to scrub the pipe because you get an even worse video. This is the clearest way to get a video. All right, this right here is the kitchen. You can see there's a little bit of fill done here. When we went down the kitchen, we could see a little groove where they had filled it because there was a hole. So instead of having to cut a hole in the kitchen floor and find this intersection and replace it, they filled it with epoxy and then put multiple coats over it to seal it up forever. And that's the good thing about this system, is most of the time we can do it without cutting. You can see a little bit of rust staining there. Again, that's just from debris that gets washed out of little branch lines afterwards. This is white, so it's more susceptible to getting a little staining. Even food and stuff after a couple days will leave a bit of a stain on it. Some of this black stuff you see isn't even staining, that's just debris from the pipe being used. You can see that the debris settles in these little spots. So what you see as little ridges are actually basically just brush strokes. Like, this camera really magnifies everything, and it's really hard to get a perspective. Oh, you can see there's a lot of little rust pieces here that just have collected over time. That might even not be rust, that might just be toilet paper particles or something like that. And that happens even in PVC. That's normal for PVC. When we do cleanouts and stuff, even the week that we're there working, most of the time we'll put a new PVC cleanout or a new piece of PVC in there, and by the end of the week it'll already have rust staining. So even PVC, it'll have rust staining and it'll have some toilet paper collected in it. That's common. The reason I stopped here is this is a 90. So as you can, well, you can't really see, but this is flat under the house. And then we come around this 90 and we're hanging vertical. So we're going up to the roof now. And then we're going to get up here to the roof. And then you can see that we'll get all the way back here. You can see with the camera head touching the roof, we're pretty much zeroed out. The epoxy comes all the way to the roof. I'll try to get you where you can see the difference between the color. The epoxy's coming all the way to the roof. This is our current address. And as you can see, this is your yard. All right. This is the end of the videos. Thank you for your time.